Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
Because otherwise, if it comes to this 5v5 team fights, I really think Casey is favored heavily.
Keeps his pool to those iconic top lane options. Yike will use his bot pressure and mid pressure to essentially start Dragon for free. Has the luxury of an additional little sentinel in the brushes there from Kalista, from Kalist.
Yeah, so he's skipping his wolves and his Gromp here just to try to get this Drake on this timer. I think BDS could try to contest, but then they'll have to fight after the Drake goes down. This looks like they're posturing for it.
Walking up anyway, at least getting a bit of vision. Very late decision to contest. Not a lot of certainty there.
It's too difficult when Nuke is still pushing that mid wave in. If you could push that a little bit, and that's really all you can do. But for me, I'm very curious to see in this game the KC bot lane. Oh, no, we got a fight.
That's the public execution. Kana trying to dash out, flash out the wall just short. Mininar now coming through. 1-1-3, full committing for the dive. But the ulti is there, and that's first blood.
She's already on the Krugs here.
Oh. Pulling. Did I just catch or curse that?
Yeah, immediately. The cleanse and the heal being used by Kalista and Targamas. Oh, but we might have another fight here.
Ice continuing to poke. 1-1-3 still here. That's the ulti going out, but I don't think they're in a great position to body block it. Paris has to flash back. Ice who body blocks, a little bit of poke back.
Great patience by Ice there. Doesn't burn the cleanse.
Didn't really have much else to go for, as you noted earlier. Just speed clearing through these camps, resets back to top side. Irrelevant trying to force his wave in. Maybe get a good reset. Good sidestep. Kana's still going all in. He might not even need the ulti. Irrelevant not stacking rage at all, but there comes the Talia. Vladdy gonna look for the setup here. Irrelevant gonna dodge the flick back, but it's likely gonna die anyway. Takes a bit more time. Good roam from Vlad.
Both teams wanting to contest.
Talia ready to move first, but no Weaver's wall. Ulti from Paris gonna get a bit of a slow. Nice knockback going in from Yike. Quick twisted advance into the flash out, and Targamas will retreat as well.
Yike will out that Leona ulti.
Ice's ulti is up, but Kalist, small window of time before that cleanse will be back and available. Scryer's Bloom spotting them, or excuse me, Blue Trinket. BDS slowly zoned away. This is part of the reason that the Maokai is picked still, right? You get so much of that passive vision. Yike just continuing to throw saplings in to keep track. Targamas caught out briefly, trying to burst the Braum, and they'll be successful. Maokai ult used, it will just be the 1-for-1. Paris traded for Targamas.
It's a 1-for-1 support trade, but it looks like Grubs might go over to KC, or they might continue fighting.
Flash away from the flick. Nice placement from 1-1-3, or excuse me, from Vladdy. 1-1-3 caught out. This is big for the side of KC. Giving over 6 Grubs to a Gnar that had started to win side lane would have been pretty devastating. Instead, grabbing their second complete objective. BDS committing a lot of time, a lot of resources. Nuke now finally with that first item. Maybe this is where he feels more comfortable to start playing really aggressively in the context of that 1v1, especially as Vladdy is out of mana. But Yike setting up for another Drake. And if like KC are just, it's incremental, but they're winning out so hard in most of these exchanges.
Yeah, this feels great for KC because there's no real cross map for BDS. They might be able to... No, they can't even take a topside camp as 1-1-3 is just continued full clearing towards the bot side. And they can't really pressure this Talia either. She's going to lose one wave, but one wave for Drake. You're very happy with that as KC.
And I think the struggle here is, we saw what BDS were willing to invest in 1-1-3. Zyra's let through, we're immediately even if 1-1-3 is ahead, if BDS are behind, if they don't have push in these lanes, they're always going to have to be the ones walking in. Is Irrelevant trying to force the play. Nice knockback, doesn't quite connect the wall for the extra damage. Kind of uncertain where to go. Lots of poke coming in from 1-1-3. It looks like it's going to be another finished kill here. Wall up there, another kill down for Irrelevant.
Fantastically played by 1-1-3 there. A great D, but we're on to another fight.
Lock up there on the Paris. Lots of spear stacking. Kalist taking his time, waiting for things like the Aftershock to stop being there.
As well, and I saw the Merc treads onto 1-1-3, and I was thinking, could be.
You know what? This is a time where we're very blessed to have internet access. As the fight's breaking out, Knockup is there. 1-1-3 is ultimately not going to connect for too much damage. Excellent poke to start the fight. And suddenly KC are running wild. A perfect public execution. I was caught asleep at the wheel, and it seems BDS were too. Losing jungle, losing support in the trade, and now an easy setup onto this Herald.
Wits and be damned. KC are playing great here, able to get a pick onto both Paris and 1-1-3, and able to convert that into the Herald. Kana here, getting a little bit poked down by Irrelevant, but he's going to be completely fine. And KC are walking away very happy.
Definitely are. Ultimately getting those kills, able to transition to the objective. Staying close as we get later in
control. But Irrelevant's onto a flank here.
On the side, managed to find Yike. Interrupt now coming in. Targamas trying to get a bit more space. Vladdy going golden. Managing to back up. Plants are huge there. Good poke back. Kalist trying to re-engage. Kana now on the chase. Relevant not able to finish that job. It's a scattered fight from BDS. It's not the same for KC. Confidence in calling their targets. Vladdy able to walk away. Hey, but at least it's a Chemtech.
Yeah.
You know we're coping hard for the team that's on the receiving end.
That's true, but I say, hey, it's a Chemtech, you know?
I think it's fine. But also,
But
if
it's
you're,
not
in the
that bad
position
of a
to
Chemtech
get, if you're in the position to get 4 Drakes, you're likely in the position where you'll get first setup on Elder.
Pressure, which forces Lucian to... Oh,
getting crazy. Kalist caught out. Flash back out. Cleanse out. Positive trade. Hugely positive trade for the side of BDS, but it does cost 1-1-3. Fold away from the objective.
it's desperation for BDS.
But there's
trying
no...
to force a fight here.
There's no vision in the pit, and Otacon is parked right outside of it. But instead, the call from KC is set up on the bottom side.
They're giving.
Take advantage. They want Soul. They're not worried about the false life.
Yeah. Nuke is ulting it.
Just wants to complete it because they know they need to go to the next objective.
10 seconds.
But they have the false life. But again, the nurse to it mean it's not reliable to come back to the fight. If you get locked up, you could be done. Paris trying to buy a bit more space.
Vladdy?
KC still on the objective. Vladdy looks like he might get caught. Pullbacks there from the face call. Objective getting lower and lower. It looks like it's going to be the Soul, and it will be for the side of KC. BDS, they don't want the fight. They've got the false life. They've got an extra life. Knock into the wall. 3 people locked up, and the Braum is there to body block. And it's Kana to turn the fight. Kana and Kalist back to back in the midst of everything as Nuke on the side gets nothing done. Targamas to finish the kill. Members of BDS sent packing. Team instead, you're fishing for these angles on flanks. And it's not a style that this version of BDS has been super successful on.
Well, this is just started than last year. It's going to be blue trinketed though.
Spotted out. Again, BDS walking in is tough. Targamas buys so much time. Vladdy to split them off with the wall. Is a bit early. 8K. Getting lower, arrow dodge, flash out from 1-1-3 means there's no way for him to get into the pit. They're just gonna grab this. BDS now need to play for the exit. 1-1-3 to the back line, manages to get the ulti down, but he has no Zanyas and there's no follow-up. Irrelevant is finally here, but he can't get involved. Instead he's trying to twist on the Kana, but Kana's already flashed out. KC completely dumpstering BDS, absolutely styled on. BDS in a desperate maneuver, just lose everything.
And Casey get everything. It's absolute desperation from...
And credit to BDS for the earlier stages of the game. It was close.
Oh, Irrelevant's dead.
Irrelevant now in trouble.
Oh.
Very likely dead. Can just bounce here, but the concussive blows makes it easy. Paris on the way.
The minion.
It's a ruthless catch. Kana auto to minion.
Sire is definitely not my forte, but oh, we got another fight there.
Wall is there. Ice manages to walk away, not quite pinned by the wall. Irrelevant, keep your eyes on that Meganar. Maybe can turn it. Vladdy goes golden, timing a little bit off on the solar flare. Nuke now finally there. Targamas will find a knock up onto 1. Flank coming in from Kana. And Bessa in. Public execution doesn't hit. Now it's a chance for BDS to turn because they got so much time to auto. Coling going down. Kana in the backline. Cutting through everybody. It's a triple for Kalist. Nuke next on the list. The Quadra there as well. KC again. Just obliterating.
Kalist is running them down, and that's an ace for KC. And with the Baron buff, I think they're going to be able to end the game.
I think that's a pretty safe bet. The fights have just been cleaner. And BDS, every time they've tried to throw a punch in late game, it has come back twice as hard to hit them.
Paris is up here. He could try to defend, but actually, Targamas, they're not looking to end, actually. Wow.
No time. It's a 9K gold lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's better safe than sorry, I
Saying
suppose.
Penta, I'm pretty sure the game is won.
I had this thing where I started saying Penta whenever I got 2 kills.
Well, maybe Penta is the angle of the fight kicking off. Vladdy already laying down the wall. Coling coming out. Immediate fall damage isn't quite there. Kalist caught out. Locked to the Iron Solar. He's living for an extra second. He's still standing. I don't want to hear anybody talking smack about Hextech. He's still alive, and KC killing everybody once again. BDS managed to find 1. Nuke still standing for a brief moment, but all of KC now on the chase. Nuke, how fancy can he get with it? Some extra slow coming in from 1-1-3. A flashback safety trying to finish off Targamas. Trying to get a bit more damage down. Vladdy keeping it going. It just does not matter. KC too far ahead. Kalist still alive. Grabbing the Elder.
And KC go 5 for 0 with the Elder, surely being able to end the game now, but you have to feel for BDS. It was so close. If Kalist is just 20 HP lower, he ends up falling, and the fight could look completely different.
KC, so dominant in these 5v5s. The investment into that aggressive AP jungle option with Zyra not paying off for BDS.
It was a great Kalista game from Kalist. I'm very happy with how he played. Overall, both carries from the side of KC, mid and ADC, just maneuvered every team fight beautifully, built up an individual CS lead, were just more impactful.
Certainly were. 13.1k gold lead, dominant finish after what was a relatively quiet early game. KC taking game 1 in this best of 3.